Hi, my name is Rituparna Ghosh and welcome to Voyage of Stories. I hope you are enjoying the stories that you've been listening to, which has been presented by YSB Tribe of Storytellers, our own tribe of storytellers. Today's story, the one that I'm going to tell you, is an Asian tale. It's a Central Asian tale, some attributed to Mullah Nasruddin, but it's a very popular one, and I know some of you may have heard it. But here we go. It's called The Smell of Bread. So once upon a time, a man walked down a village market which was bustling with a lot of activity. I know when all of us are cooped in our homes, the idea of walking through a bustling market could be a sign of horror, or it could be filled with a sense of nostalgia or a sense of remorse that when will we get our lives back. But anyway, this man walked down this market. He had not eaten for a few days, and his stomach was growling. As he walked down the market, he stopped by the baker's shop. And from inside the baker's shop, the baker had been baking some delicious bread. And the bread that was baking was leaving beautiful aroma that was wafting out of his shop on down to the streets. Through the streets it was meandering, the aroma was going through the market, and it reached the man's nostril. The passerby, the man on the street, he smelt the aroma. He closed his eyes, he walked towards the baker's shop, and he sat across it on the pavement. He sat there for as long as the baker baked his delicious warm buns and breads. The man sat there with his eyes closed, filling his lungs in with the beautiful aroma of fresh bread. After some time, he got up, he dusted himself, and he began to walk away. But as he began to walk away, the baker rushed out of his shop and he said, "Hey, you there, you stop. You sat there and smelt my bread. Give me the money for it." The man said, "Well, I didn't eat your bread. I just sat here and smelled the bread. The beautiful aroma of your bread is enough for me. I don't have the money to pay for your bread." But the baker would have none of it. He looked at him and said, "Well, the bread is mine. I sat here. I kneaded the dough and I put all the goodies inside my bread, and I stood there waiting and watching for the bread to bake, while you just sat there and smelt in the aroma." The man was perplexed. Was he hearing it right? How can the baker ask for money for the smell of the bread that he had just taken in? So he looked at the baker and said, "Well, you can't bake your bread without its beautiful aroma going out of your shop. If you don't want the aroma to go out of your shop, you should have closed your doors and windows." The baker said, No. The bread is mine, the shop is mine, I bake it the way I like it. If the smell goes out and you can't pay for it, you should have walked away. You should not have stood there. You should not have sat down to smell the bread. The two men began to argue, and the man who had smelled the bread felt that this was a losing case. And the whole market, the whole bazaar gathered to listen to these two men fight and argue over the smell of bread. Some believed that the man was right. How can you ask for money, or how can you pay for something which is free? Some others believed that the baker was right. If he had not worked hard, if he had not kneaded the bread, if he had not put it into the oven at the right time, the man who was hungry, who was crossing his shop, would not have smelt the delicious bread. He would not have taken a moment to sit down and smell that bread. And so the two men kept arguing till they decided that let's go to the wise man of the town and let's go and ask him. The baker, the man, and a handful of people from the bazaar, they followed to reach the wise man. Now, in some stories, the wise man is the judge in the city. In some stories, it is Mullah Nasruddin himself. So they went to the wise man and they replayed the entire story to him. And the wise man thought for a while. And he asked the passerby that, "Did you walk across the baker's shop? Describe the smell to me." And the man again closed his eyes. He breathed in as if he was really reliving, or rather rebreathing, that beautiful aroma of freshly baked bread, and described its scent, its aroma, and almost its flavors, as if he could taste it. He looked at the baker and said, "Yes, did you bake your bread as good as he's describing it?" And the baker said, "Yes, my bread is the best in town. Everyone vouches for it. But everyone pays for the bread that they taste. This man should also pay for the bread that he smelt and imagined the taste of. He must pay for the bread." The judge looked at the man and said, "Do you have some money? How much money do you have in your pocket?" The man felt that he lost the case, that he would have to part with the last 5 coins that he had in his pocket. He took them out and he showed them to the judge, that "This is all I have." And the judge said, "Hold it in your palm and shake it up. Just shake it up and shake it out." And the man did that. And then the wise man, he let out a copper bowl. He said, "Now drop the coins one by one into this copper bowl." And the man said, "This is it. My last 5 coins, the coins that I have left, are now going to go away to the baker." So he dropped them one by one. The first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. And he closed his eyes and bent his head low. The wise man took the bowl to the baker and he asked him to shut his eye. The baker felt that yes, he's going to get the money. And he told the baker, the wise man asked the baker, can you hear the coins in this bowl? And the baker said, "Yes, I can. I can hear the sound, the jingling and the jangling of the 5 coins. And the judge said, the wise man said, "Well then, just like this man, this poor hungry man, smelt your bread and felt satiated, just like this poor old man who smelt your bread and filled his stomach, you too have heard the jingling and the jangling of the coins, and imagine you've earned your penny against the smell of bread." Isn't it a beautiful story, especially in times like this? I'm sitting here in my balcony sharing this story with you, with the wind, with the fresh air, looking up at the nearly blue skies of Delhi NCR, and feeling that there's so much around us that we complain and crib, but there's also so much that we can appreciate. Things in nature, in life, that come for free. There's so much that we can be thankful about, like this time in our lives when we are inside our homes, spending it with our family. A life of hustle, a life of running around, of busy schedules, of timetables, of things to do, places to go, of tasks to achieve. Here we have all of us within our home, just enjoying life, the simple life of being home together as a family. All of this comes at really no cost. Let's enjoy the good things in life. Let's enjoy the simple things in life. Let's enjoy the simplicity of life the way it is.